Yeah. Could put a brighter bulb in there, but I don't think it'll do a whole lot more. Burn more of it. It's not a really good fixture for
So when you're, and even if you're using clippers, you're just gonna follow his head shape, and you can see that it starts up here, and it creates the horseshoe shape, comes down over his occipital bone, and back into the other side of the parietal ridge.
Okay.
And you'll just use either your clippers or a comb, and you're just gonna follow that right up off. So I'm not going over his occipital bone here.
Okay.
I'm just gonna come straight out from it.
Okay.
That's for creating all of your shorter lengths around the back and the sides.
Okay.
And then you consider this as a part of the top section.
Okay.
And you'll go over that with the scissors in your fingers versus the clippers.
Okay.
That's the point. It needs to be slowly.
Yeah, but I think it looks like it's done. It's just the sides.
That's where the heat never got to it.
Right. The honey's hot enough that it maybe melts off the sides.
And you'll just cut and you'll frame in that way.
Okay.
Here, equaling, so, and you can cross check it like this, and it should be the same length.
Okay.
See that, just on the sides, leave the back because that's short enough. And then we'll do the same when we create the desired length on the sides
Okay.
for that.
Well, I guess that is what was happening.
The sideburns, they just keep growing. What's the style for sideburns these days? Short, long?
Yeah, they're still the faded short.
This is what Jazz made.
Oh my goodness.
So we didn't leave it behind. We're gonna hang it up here.
She did a beautiful job. Absolutely beautiful.
you like woodland all?
Yeah. That was on their patio that
Oh, that's the sign.
Russ,
Well, that's one of them, and then there's one in the garage that's long. But that's the one that we made with in honor of him and put his name on it and stuff. So
that's special. Oh, Russ.
Then you bring the front section back to the start of his Widow Peak,
Okay.
which is right about there.
Okay.
Missing.
yeah.
That way you start to create that shorter to longer in the front so he can have this.
Uh-huh.
Everything else blends in on the side.
Uh-huh. Perfect. That's what I'm missing.
Yeah.
Do you know that you have Carrie's, it looks like daffodils poking up out here by your
Oh,
steps?
new ones are poking up in this freezing weather.
Early spring.
Early. It's gonna be really a nice clump, about like this.
Well, they're by the house, and so it's warmer.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we haven't had a really cold winter up until now.
What you up to, Ron?
Oh, just working miscellaneous.
Okay, so this is why this does this.
What
This
is
these
that
shorter
blue-
pieces
Mhm.
pushes the long forward. And then
Okay.
when the short runs out, then the long is free to do, and it kind of that's what gives it that curl. And you
Down
can
at
see
that
the
end.
difference between this
Uh-huh.
here
Yep.
and that length there.
Okay.
So just blending that and making those short pieces your guide to kind of go through the front is what you want,
Okay.
while slowly getting shorter to longer. And you do that by creating
I can't
Long
say he has
rectangles across the top.
Uh-huh.
did a week ago.
Okay.
So you go this way
Mm-hmm.
and this way, creating this shape for your cutting section.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
each
we're ready
cutting
for it
section
now, and, you know,
goes
there's
back
just
to
a
the
lot
next
of
one. This
Okay.
one, so this one, then we'll come back to this one.
Right.
and be like,
This one will come back to
okay,
this one.
Okay.
you know,
This one will come back,
You
and so
need to
forth,
get
all the way
this
through the
done.
top. That creates your longer to shorter,
so, anyway.
All right.
and you'll be able to see that
Mm-hmm.
in when you take your
Mhm.
sections longways this way.
Do a check.
Yeah.
Okay.
And kind of back to this section here.
Okay.
Carol, what needs to be done?
So then that
I don't know,
creates
Mom.
our
Nothing
guide
really. There's
for
nothing
the
you can
top.
do. I have to organize my clothes.
You need to make a list of things.
Gives this a little bit more of a blended feel, but you can also come
Well, I have some
Vertically.
things in the basement.
to
And
kind
just
of
check.
it. So
Okay.
you can see that dip there where it's just too short.
Mm-hmm.
Organize some bins that are down there and stuff.
And then do this all
And
across
we
the
still are
back.
just finding boxes
Okay.
in different places. You know, and then we try to put it away or in a room, but,
And then you
If
have
I
your
knew
a
where
guide
the shelves
here.
were
You
gonna
have your
go,
guides from the
and I could
sides
say,
for your
"Oh,
length on
put
top.
books on the
And you're
shelf,"
just gonna
but
cut
that way.
everything in between at that point.
Those things are
Mhm.
not
So all of
finalized,
this-
So I don't know.
Will come off.
I was gonna fix this.
And you
You
can
help me fix this.
match that on both
I was gonna
sides.
tape it in back.
Mm-hmm.
New.
And then you just follow that all the way forward. It's definitely easier with wet, like super wet hair.
Mm-hmm.
Looks warm. I can get you a paper cleaner, we'll clean this.
Okay, is it?
Do that. It's not glass, it's it's a piece of plexiglass. This, and we'll just use the tuner.
His back looks so clean. That's such a good cut.
I have not. So I think this will work. Jay, you wanna help her? You can hold it for her.
Carol, this was in that flower pot, between the cars and the garage.
Okay.
Is this a rag or?
Yeah. I'll take it.
Looks nice enough to use for a
Yeah.
face cloth.
Well, so don't use it.
And now all of this should
I'll put it in the bathroom for you.
blend a little easier.
I could use some of
You
those
can
other
go
ones
through,
though, those older
take
ones that
off
are out there
any-
for rags.
like, I guess.
Uh-huh.
Okay, well, I took,
Because he does have curly
that a
hair,
rag
it
there?
makes it a little bit harder to get that clean line, so you
Yeah.
just go back through and check it.
clean the top.
Okay.
Okay.
To go to this side.
Yeah, I like it too.
Yeah. So what you'll do for that is you'll comb everything on the opposite side.
Okay.
That will take out what you don't want to cut because that's already short enough.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just going to connect this corner to that corner. And
Perfect.
what that does is that creates a shorter to longer. And it'll create those short pieces to want to flow.
Perfect.
Everything else flow to the side.
Awesome.
So we have this kind of little bit of a shelf here.
Mm-hmm.
And you just take side sections like that. And you're going to cut off this corner to that corner.
Okay.
Until you're happy with it.